Good morning, YouTube mine explorers and exploring fans. Tom and Julie here once again. We're riding around out in the Jeep in Death Valley, looking for some action. Pretty scenic around here. Morning, mine explorer Julie.
Morning.
How are ya?
Good.
We got a nice view out here, don't we?
Yeah.
There's some dunes across the wash there. That's one of the bigger washes in the area here. Well, we ditched the Jeep once again, as usual. That seems to be par for the course for us. This is looking behind us where we've come from. We're going up a huge wash. We're exploring for a pretty large talc operation. I've never been to it before, but so far no sign of it. I guess that's why they call it exploring. Okay, we are still motoring along the wash here. We've gone a couple miles already. Haven't seen much. Not even a flower. I don't think it's going to be a mega bloom this year. Still pretty out here though. That's looking behind us the way we've come from. Well, we came upon this side wash here. It's got some red material that looks like it's been washing out of it. So we're going to take this. It's pretty rugged. There's also a tin can sitting there, which is kind of a good sign. Julie might be onto a trail here. I don't know. It doesn't look like much, but maybe. Let's go up here and see what we find. Well, I believe Julie was correct. She spotted this trail. I see it going up the other side of this little draw here. Oh wow, look at this. Come around the corner, here's what you see. There's a box of some sort in there. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna go find out. So right at the portal here is this box about 3 feet long, 2 feet high, and 2 feet deep. It's got screen. It had screen on it. I don't know what it been used for. It's got a lot of bird crap on it now. Well, let's go inside and see what happens. It's kind of a strange looking thing.
Bunch of old newspaper.
Yeah, there's some old newspaper the rats have chewed up, it looks like. I wonder if there's any scraps big enough to read. There's something right there. What's that? The newspaper?
Yeah. I don't know what it is. San Francisco Chronicle.
Can you see the year?
No, it's May, Sunday, May, but not the year.
We'll put it on there
May
somewhere.
1st, 1921 right here.
Wow, that's cool. So, where do you see the
Right there.
1921?
Yeah, it's the Sunday, May 1st.
Alright, carrying on. San Francisco Examiner, 1921. Not often you see that. A couple of half fuel cans cut in half. It's curving to the left. It's kind of a neat arch. There's Julie down there. So this is what's left of this shaft. It's got a halfway normal size waste pile on it. I'm on the top of it. I'd say judging from this, and it ran out that way, that's probably 80 feet deep. There's even a little waste pile on this side too from it. Right here. Julie's down over there. There's another prospect across the way. So we're going to keep looking around. This is the Rusty Pick Mine. Well, I'm leaving the mine area there and coming back out into the big wash. Pretty spectacular. And quiet. Well, we were on another miner's trail. Old one. But you can still see it. These old trails last a long time. And they are fun to follow. Okay, we're on this trail still. We're coming up to a little saddle area. I'm kind of excited to see what's over the edge here. We're looking for a fairly large talc mine that has a track coming out of it. A fairly lengthy track, it looked like, from my research. I'm hoping it's right here. Okay, or not. Well, the trail keeps going around the edge there. A little further. Okay, here's the next saddle. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Let's go check it out. There's a big carbide cam. There's some track coming out of the whatever it is that's up here. There's either track or water pipe or both right there. That's looking out at the waste pile. Let's go see what we have. Julie's leading the way.
You betcha.
Oh, it's pretty big, isn't it?
It's a little holy.
Looks like somebody's done some burning of stuff in here.
Yeah.
Oh man, they burned it up?
A little bit. Just trying to get my bearings for a second.
Looks like it's been burned. There's some track down here though. Oh, that's a water pipe in it.
Yeah.
It looks like it takes a right here. Yeah, there's a bat up there. Kind of chunked on, isn't it?
Yeah, big chunks have fallen.
Yeah, big chunks. Takes a right here. There's some track going over this way, it looks like. Okay, let's follow these tracks and see where they go. It's a very spacious adit. You can tell something's been burned in here though. It's really blackened. Tracks are curving to the left.
Big Atlas Power
cardboard dynamite box. There's some timbering that's not completely burned. Good to see that anyway.
Yeah.
That's the face of it. It sure is a tall working. Is that a glove back there? There's some more boxes of explosives. Atlas Powder Company. People must be mad at the world that burned these things up, huh?
I'd say.
Who knows what kind of stuff was in here that burned? Obviously, a lot of something. We go this way?
I think that's just the other side.
Ouch! What's going on up there?
Collapse.
Well, you gotta be careful when these chunks come down, you're gonna be in big trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So try not to make too much banging around.
Okay.
This is one of the more significant amounts of rockfall that I've seen in a mine. Look at these things. Those are 5 feet tall. One loud noise could bring something down. And there's smoke throughout, so there's been something burned a lot in here. Smoke, soot, I should say. There's a nipple on the water line. Here's some of the stuff that was burned right here. There's a stope up that way. Ladder goes up into this stope. There are a few stalls up there. A few stalls over here. And it goes down this way. Let's go down this way, see what happens. Track pickup again. Water lines overhead. Looks like it wants to curve to the right. And that's not as burned over here. That's a nice looking section. Here comes Julie. It looks like they've dismantled the tracks for something, and the ties are gone. That's a nice timbered section, isn't it?
Yeah.
The pipes are curving to the right. It's a big working as far as the height and width. A lot of natural timbering, meaning that it's not been milled. The lumber hasn't been the posts. They're just round. Here's a load count from something. Yeah, they've definitely taken all the tracks apart. Usually when they do that, they remove the tracks themselves for repurposing elsewhere. Here they've just dismantled them and left them in place. So now this area hasn't been burned as bad. There's a ladder or something going up. Let me go a little further this way. It looks like this is the face right here of this particular drift. Yep. What's that? So this is looking up into this stope. You can see where they've hit that very smooth section. And then somebody's dug out below that for some reason. There's another little stope over this way. And then here's where I just climbed up. There's a kind of an interesting looking platform or two there. So, that's about all there is to see in this guy. Lots of track in here though. It's funny that they took the ties out and left the tracks. Usually it's the opposite. Here are the track bolts and the small sized spikes. The bolts would be used in these connectors to hold the track together. This connector right here. Here's a water valve. You think it still turns? Oh man, it's like, it's as smooth as can be. What'd you see?
I was just thinking this is a kind of a cool photo.
We're a little leery of the rockfall here. Everything that's white on the ceiling has fallen off since it's burned. Which who knows how long it's been, but there's significant rockfall here. And this is looking up into the stope. Apparently all this big mound has flowed out of that stope. Does that can have anything on the back of it? Maybe a fuel or an oil can.
Yeah.
Probably oil. I think we looked at everything, didn't we?
Yep.
My mine. You're kind of ugly. Every mine is different, that's for sure. They have definite personalities. There's this bat up here.
He's kind of creepy, I gotta say.
Like, leave me alone. We're back to the portal. Here the tracks come out of there. It's a good sized waste pile. The tracks are all bent up for some reason. Watch that last step. Heave ho with the waste. Well, we made it back to the Jeep after visiting a few mines.